My dear students, how are you? I hope you are fine with all of your family members as well as your neighbors by the grace of Almighty Allah. I'm fine too. Today, I've come here with a new online class for the students of class 8, and especially today I will start a new class about assignment. Okay, because you know that our government has given us some task about all subjects that is called assignment, and I think you don't know what is an assignment, and today I will give you a clear idea about assignment. That means how to write an assignment, or what is an assignment, or what will you do, or what will you use for writing an assignment. Okay, so actually we are facing a very crucial moment for COVID-19, and you know that we are not going to school. As a result, we have come here for you with a lot of online classes. Okay, so I will say you that don't waste your time. Soon you will face your exam, so you should study hard. Okay, so let us start and have a look to our new online class. Okay, so welcome to my new online class with the gift of flowers. And you know that I am Wasia Habib Shaoun sir, assistant teacher of Narangunj High School and College. Okay, so today I will talk about, or I will discuss about our first assignment of English. Okay, and before starting the class, I want to say you that please just you have to listen to me what I say very carefully. Okay, so look at the screen. Here is written first assignment. At first you have to know what is an assignment. Today I will discuss about assignment writing. Okay, and it is the students of class 8. That means this is the class for the students of class 8. Okay, and today I will discuss about section number D. Okay, the first task, section number D. That means you will find, if you open unit number 2 and lesson number 4, then you will find a task that is written in section number D. And today I will talk about the first task about section number D. So now the question is, what is in the section number D? Okay, in section number D you will find Nokshikatha. 1 month ago I took a class about Nokshikatha and you enjoyed it, but today actually I am not going to take the class of Nokshikatha, but I am just going to discuss the assignment class, and the assignment class is related with Nokshikatha. That means if I give you if I give a question that I told you that you have to just write about Nokshikatha, then how will you write the Nokshikatha? Then that is discussed now. Okay, so in unit number 1, lesson number 2, you will find Nokshikatha, and our topic is how to write an assignment using or related to Nokshikatha. Okay, sorry for my computer virus. So now look at the screen. For example, this is your page. Okay, for writing an assignment you have to use A4 paper. Okay, you should not use legal paper, you should use offset paper. That means the measurement of the paper will be A4. That means you have to use A4 offset paper. For example, this is your paper. Okay, look at the screen. Now how will you start writing? At first you have to use a cover page. Okay, what is a cover page? Every details of you will be written very clearly on the cover page. Now at first I will show you how to write or how to decorate a cover page. So have a look. So at the top of the cover page there will be written assignment. Okay, at the top of the cover page there will be written assignment. then your name of the school. As you are the student of Narayanganj High School and College, then you have to read, or you have to write the name of Narayanganj High School and College. So it will be assignment, then Narayanganj High School and College. Then for example, you are Rana Ahmed, that means now you have to give your details. Okay, for example, Rana Ahmed, class 8, section number A, roll number 1, and you have to use with your own words, not computer typing, or not, you should not take the help of others. Okay, you have to write this information by your own hand. Okay, and then it will be assigned number 1. Okay, in assigned number 1 there are 2 tasks. Okay, so the subject is English and the title will be Nokshikatha and delicious food. That means Nokshikatha and delicious food, these 2 topics are in one assignment. That means you will get only one assignment now, but in one assignment you have to write 2 title, or you have to describe 2 title about Nokshikatha and then delicious food. Okay, so I want to say again that this will be your cover page. When you will start assignment, you should take 10 or 15 A4 paper, A4 offset paper, but on the cover page you have to write with your own, okay, with your own handwriting. And listen to me, you should not use red color pen. You will use only 2 types of color pen. Number 1 is black and number 2 is blue. Okay, number 1 is black and number 2 is blue. Only these 2 types of color are allowed for writing an assignment. Okay, so these are top page, and this page will be clear. That means when you will write it clearly, a teacher, when the teacher will justify it, that means he will be pleased. Okay, that means there will be no margin and every letter of your writing will be clear. Understand? Okay, this is a top page. Now you should not write the both side of the paper. Okay, for example, you have taken 10 papers. Okay, you have to give the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, when you should not use the both side for writing. You have to use only the top on the page. Okay, for example, you in this page, okay, you have written, then you should go to the next page, but you have to just leave the page, then you have to write the other things on the top of other page. Okay, I think it is clear to you. Now today I will discuss about unit number 1, lesson number 2 and section number D. Okay, so the question is, what is in section number D? Just have a look. Here is, in section number D you will get a question, and the question is, do you like a Nokshikatha or an ordinary katha? Okay, why? Do you like a Nokshikatha or an ordinary katha? Why? That means in your textbook, that means in your English first paper book, if you open unit number 1 and section number D or lesson number 2, then you will find this question, and the question is, do you like a Nokshikatha or ordinary kathas? Okay, why? Then you have to write the answer. For writing an answer, you can take help from various sources. For example, you can take help from internet, you can take help from your textbook, you can take help from other side of the your locality. That means if you want to write Nokshikatha, you may need help. Okay, so you have to take help from every source for writing or for describing Nokshikatha. You can use pictures of Nokshikatha. Sometimes later I will take the class, or I will take it, or I will make it very easy. That means how will you use Nokshikatha, or how will you write Nokshikatha. Okay, and I will just try to make it clear about what is Nokshikatha. Okay, so for example, it is if you find any difficulties, you can take help from internet. That means what is Nokshikatha, you can take help or you can take, or you can download some photos of Nokshikatha and you can just attach with your assignment. Okay, it is permitted. If you want to attach some photos with the assignment, it is permitted. Okay, then you should write, or you should elaborate. That means what is Nokshikatha, where can we find Nokshikatha, where can we use Nokshikatha, or how is a Nokshikatha, how many designs, how many threads, who make Nokshikatha. That means lots of questions and answers. But you have to start your assignment with this question. At first you have to write this question, that do you like Nokshikatha or an ordinary katha? Why? Okay, then answer, you can write this answer within 2 or 3 pages, within 5 or 10 pages, within 10 or 15 pages, as your wish. Okay, but your handwriting should be clear, and your handwriting should be clear, and your sentence will be very easy. That means you have to use easy language, not difficult language. Okay, this is called an assignment. Okay, and you should write only the top page, not the both side of the paper. And your paper will be obviously not legal paper, obviously A4 offset paper. Okay, now we will discuss about Nokshikatha. So have a look. So before starting the class, at first I want to show you some pictures. So look at the screen. There is one picture, and in the picture there are a lot of designs. Okay, here is some jar, some flowers. So now another picture. Can you guess what is this? Actually there is a lot of designs with old or new thread. So have another picture. In picture number 3, we can see many designs with old or new thread. Some are flowers, some are leaves. Okay, and the last picture, we can see a picture of a village. In this picture some girls are playing. That means maybe it's the picture of a village. So the students, can you guess what is this? Yeah, your answer is right. Actually this is the picture of Nokshikatha. Thank you very much for your correct answer. Now, so what is the name of our lesson? The name of our lesson is Nokshikatha, and Nokshikatha is for English first paper, unit 1 and lesson number 2. So have a discuss. Actually evaluation. So what do you mean by evaluation? By reading this passage, we will able to get a clear idea of Nokshikatha. Then we will be able to know the history of Nokshikatha, and at last we will be able to answer some questions. Okay, now we will discuss Nokshikatha elaborately, and you have to know, or you have to listen, you have to be very attentive in your lesson. Okay, so let us start. So Nokshikatha actually is a scene passage, and you will get this passage in your English first paper book. So the first line is, Nokshikatha is a kind of embroidered quilt. So in this sentence there is a word. Okay, here is quilt. What do you mean by quilt? The Bengali meaning of quilt is lep or katha. Actually, we use this quilt at the time of winter, or we use this quilt in our daily activities or at home to decorate our houses. Okay, so have a look. This quilt, that means one kind of nokshikatha. In nokshikatha or in such type of quilt, there may be a lot of designs. Okay, here is a lot of threads, lot of designs. So the name was taken from the Bengali word noksha, which means artistic pattern. It is a kind of traditional craft and is said to be indigenous to Bangladesh and West Bengal in India. Look at the map. In picture number 1, actually is the map of Bangladesh, and there are a lot of districts in Bangladesh where you can find nokshikatha very easily. Okay, and in picture number 2, this is the map of West Bengal, and in these districts you can find nokshikatha very easily. That means nokshikatha are very much popular in these two countries. Okay, especially in Bangladesh and West Bengal in India. If you go to India, or if you go to many districts of Bangladesh, then you will find nokshikatha, especially in the villages. Okay, now the art has been practiced in rural Bengal for centuries. That means the people of our Bangladesh who lives in the village just make nokshikatha at home. Nokshikatha is related with the village people. Okay, the name nokshikatha became popular after the poet Joshimuddin's poem Nokshikathar Mat was published in 1929. Okay, look at the picture. He is Joshimuddin, the village poet of Bangladesh. When Joshimuddin was a young boy, so he went to a village. Okay, he loved village very much from his childhood. So at the first time he noticed nokshikatha, and he was very much attracted by this nokshikatha. So he started to write, or he started to compose some poems about nokshikatha, and the name of the book was Nokshikathar Mat. That was published in 1929, and from that session all the people of Bangladesh just knew about nokshikatha. And in picture number 2 we see that the village people, the village elderly people, just use old or new clothes to make nokshikatha. That means nokshikatha is very popular with the people of the villages. Okay, now traditional kathas are made for family use. Actually, nokshikatha is very traditional, or very important, or very expensive in Bangladesh, but we are using nokshikatha very easily. Okay, and for this katha, old or new cloth and thread are used to make this quilt. Do you know what is the meaning of thread? The Bengali meaning of thread is shuta. Okay, Mymensingh, Jamalpur, Rajshahi, Faridpur, Bogura and Joshore are most famous for this craft. Just look at the picture. This is called thread. Okay, and in picture number 2 there are a lot of colorful threads. That means for making nokshikatha these types of threads are used, and the people of the village just use this type of threads or old or new clothes to make nokshikatha. And we use nokshikatha in our family use. Sometimes ago I told you that especially at the time of winter we use nokshikatha for betterment, or to save us from the winter or cold. Okay, now actually it is produced commercially. You can find them in many expensive handicraft shop in cities. Actually, once upon a time, when after liberation war, nokshikatha was very expensive and some people just knew nokshikatha, but now all the people of Bangladesh are very familiar to nokshikatha. If you go to any expensive handicraft shop, then you will find a lot of nokshikatha. For example, if you go to Sonarga or any types of museum, then you will find a lot of Nokshikathas there. Okay, so look at the picture. There is a shop. The name of the shop is Nokshikatha Boutique. That means by this picture we can know that some handicraft shop, that means very expensive handicraft shop, are designed only with the Nokshikatha. Okay, in picture number 2 we see that the women are just displaying the Nokshikatha. So we can say that Nokshikatha is now not only the people of village but also the people of town. So we can find Nokshikatha both in villages and both in towns. Okay, your mom, my mom, or our family member, especially the women, are very much related, are very much well known to the Nokshikatha. Okay, these quilts are now in great demand because of the colorful patterns and designs embroidered on them. Okay, actually in Nokshikatha there may be a lot of designs. There may be the pictures of the villages, there may be the pictures of the towns, there may be the story of people. That means the people who make or who weave Nokshikatha, just they make designs from their own activities, from their own. Okay, so Nokshikatha for this reason is called the kind of embroidered quilt. Embroidered means using thread. They just make design. Now we will start about other topics. Okay, and that is delicious food. That means unit number 2 and lesson number 4, a delicious dish. Okay, for example, you have to make, just look at the screen, think about a delicious and nutritious food like khichdi or pudding or finni. That means you have to just cook or prepare finni or khichdi or pudding. Okay, now ask some questions to your mother about its recipe. That means you have to take help from your mother. Okay, try to prepare it with the help of your family members. That means you can take help of other family members of your family. Okay, now describe how to cook it following the recipe of custard given in your textbook. Also write down 2 reasons why it is good or healthy food. Okay, that means in task number 2 we can give you, or we can say you, that you have to just write down, or you have to make an assignment about how to write the, or how to cook khichdi. Okay, now for cooking khichdi, how can you cook khichdi? That means you have to just write it. Okay, you can take help from your mother, you can take help from other members of your family, or you can take help from internet, you can take help from other persons. Okay, that means how can write a, how can one person cook khichdi? You have to just write down. Okay, and recipe, that means recipe of khichdi of pudding. That means you can just write the form. That means what type of ingredients you have used. For example, you have to use rice, you have to use meat, or you have to use oil. Okay, then utensils, you have used spoon, or you have used bowl. That means utensils. Okay, that means the utensils means the tools of cooking, or tools for cooking. Then how to cook, that means how will you cook khichdi. Okay, then you should give just 2 reasons, or and you have to say why it is good for health. Okay, that means actually assignment writing is not a difficult task. You have to just give the details, you have to elaborate it, okay, and you can elaborate it with very easy language, okay. And I think it will be very easy for you, I hope so. So no more today, and soon I am coming with another online class or online class for assignment very soon. So pray for me. Thank you very much. Stay safe.